show you guys how I make just a simple little choke pull for trapping. This here is just probably, you can use whatever length you want, but this is probably a little bit over 3 foot long. I feel comfortable with that. It's a half-inch PVC pipe that I had left over, and then I'm going to drill a hole in it and add some paracord for the noose and the choke, and that'll be pretty much the piece. So you still have some structural integrity here, so it doesn't pull free when you're pulling and adding tension to it. I'm going to back it up probably, I don't know, 2.5 inches. And the bit's just got to be the size of the diameter of the cordage you're using, so the knot don't come through. If it's too small, you don't want to make the hole too big. Okay, I got a length of paracord here. I'm actually going to kind of string it backwards and go through this hole. Hopefully head the way I want to go. Come out here, because you really just ain't going to get it the other way. You got to come through this side. Then you're just going to have to string the whole thing through. Like I said, a length of paracord. I got a lot here, because I plan on making me a little bracelet type handle for traction. Okay, I'm just going to tie a little granny knot here. Put it down real tight to see exactly how big that knot, smallest knot's going to get. Make sure I didn't mess up. If I did, I could just add another knot, but that's not going anywhere. So that's the first step right there. Okay, now I'm going to thread the other side down through to complete the knot, the noose anyway. Okay, I got that off the other side here. Pull it through. And you have your noose. I really don't like this. I would rather it be open like this, so I could actually have more of control of where I'm putting it, the noose around the neck, instead of trying to flip it over and hope it doesn't spin around. Okay, I decided to go on the outside and with a piece of wire and just make a little anchor point here, and then just start wrapping it around. This will give the rigidness that you need to have an open noose on here. I doubt everybody does it this way, I don't know. You could also rubberize this and it would stay to that shape. And you just continue to go around. That's about enough of this, I'm sure. I still have another 2/3 to go. So that's what it looks like at this point. I'll show the final product at the end. But as you can see, it's rigid. And you know, it's malleable enough to make it to the shape that you want, and it'll stay that way. So that's what I was looking for. Okay, here's the finished product. And now you can just set it to any shape that you want. And since it's more rigid, it moves better, and you can actually get where you're trying to go. It also functions just as well as without the wire. Okay, this is the last section here for the choke pole slash catch pole. But just go ahead and get this noose to the length that you want it. Okay, that's where I want it, just to be able to go larger diameter if I have to. Okay. Now just switch over to the other end. And here you're going to take and make a loop and come back. Make a loop to the length that you want your handle to be. I'm going to go about that long. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Okay, I'm going to go around. I'm going to go over. And then I'm going to go back up through where I came from. This isn't really a knots or anything. This is more of a bracelet weave. But now that I have that, I'm just going to go under and pull it through. And keep them nice and tight. Not real tight, but then under again on the other side, back up and through. And then under, back up and through. Same thing, under, up and through. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it down a little bit for you. You can kind of see what it's starting to look like here. Okay, I'll go ahead and finish going down and show you the way I do the end. Okay, I finished weaving that all the way down. I actually didn't make it quite long enough, so I have a little loop here. I could tie a knot and keep a loop if I like a loop. You could also tie a knot on here and make a bigger area. But the nice thing about this knot, this weave, is I can just take it, go back to the original cord. Take it out a little better than that from the bottom. And basically just pull it nice and taut. If you want, just give it another pull and straighten it back out. And that's the finished little handle you got there. Instead of this trying to pull on this gives you a little more to grasp onto when you're trying to this little tip here, it's not going anywhere, but if you want, you can take a pair of scissors or a knife or something and cut it Cut it nice and close. Cut it nice and close. And then take a lighter on the end of the paracord. Flatten it down, so now you got an anchor that won't come through. So that's the finished product.